For the next 24 hours, I am attempting to master Roblox animation, and to prove it, at the end I am posting a viral Roblox animation with the goal of reaching 100,000 views. But before we can get to the final stage, we must complete the prior stages, each stage getting harder than the last. Is it going to be possible? I don't know. But we better get started because the 24 hours starts right now. If you're familiar with Roblox developing, then you know that nobody uses the default Roblox animator. Instead, people use either Blender or Moon Animator. Blender is free, Moon Animator is not. And I decided to go with Moon Animator. Why? I'm not sure. Well, at least now that we have that over with, we can start working on the first animation. Something simple. I'm thinking just walking up to his desk. So let's get started. Why the f is he gray? Why is he moving like this? Oh my god, what is going on? Great, so that's broken. I'm gonna have to cut that part out. I present to you the final animation. Jit just hops into his chair and starts typing. And look, it may not be much, but I did learn a lot about how the software works. And so I think even though that took me... I know the final challenge is going to take a lot longer. And it turned out much better than expected, so you want to watch till the end. And so that means our first task is now complete, and we can move on to the second of 5 tasks. Alright, task number 2 is also pretty simple. I just want to make a bunch of different little short animations. A couple I had in mind are walking, crying, getting angry, and waving. And these are all very simple, but that's because they're just practice before the final challenge, which is going to be much more difficult. So right now, we just have to keep learning and keep working at it. So let's start by building a scene for our first animation. Okay, we've reached a minor problem. I accidentally chose an R15 rig, and I'm now realizing I did that last time as well, and it just makes everything more difficult. So I hope this is easy to fix. Wow, I actually can't believe I didn't see this last time. For some reason, choosing original brings in an R15 rig, which basically just makes everything more difficult because it has 15 parts to animate instead of 6 like the R6 rig. So let's just start over, and this should be a lot easier now. I hope. Oh my god, man, this is so frustrating. All I want to do is copy and paste these keyframes, but it just pastes apart in the workspace. Like, why is it doing that? Even when I click in the tab before pasting, it still goes to the workspace. Like, I'm literally inside the Moon Animator tab. I don't get it. This was the first time I really started to doubt myself. Every little thing that started to go wrong just became so much more frustrating. Was I really going to be capable of making my dream animation? Why am I even doing this challenge in the first place? You see, when I was younger, I had always dreamed of making animations on Roblox. I just thought they looked so cool. And so now, many years later, I have the chance to make younger me proud. And you know what? We're not even halfway through this challenge right now. There's no way I can give up already. I have to make my younger self proud. So it's time to get back to work. No way! Alright, I think I know how I can fix this. Okay, I think all I have to do is just press Shift V, and yeah, that worked. Let's go! Alright, I think it's done. Alright, let's see how it looks. He runs over, and boom, that's actually kind of fire. But we better keep moving, because that took up all of our... Let's speed run through these next couple. Alright, ready? Let's see how it looks. I don't know how I feel about this one. His leg is like doing the stanky leg. And it's a lot shorter than I thought, but you know what? It'll work. Alright, next up I'm going to do the angry one, and I want to make him typing so I can use it in videos. Alright, ready for the big reveal? First he's just typing, and then he gets angry and starts typing harder. You might have noticed that I'm using the animations I'm making in my editing. Comment down below if you saw this. I'm actually not mad at this one. I think it looks pretty good, and I had to learn how to change the face, which might become useful later. Alright, now that we have all that done, I think that means it's time to move on to stage number 3. Challenge number 3. Man, am I excited for this one. So this one's gonna be a fight scene. But before we get started on that, there's something that I found very useful in a YouTube tutorial. So up until this point, I've been using R6 rigs, which are pretty easy to use. But one annoying thing is when you move or rotate the torso, it also moves the legs, which is where the R7 rig comes in, which adds an extra piece to the torso. And this just makes things a lot easier to animate. And so now that we have that out of the way, let's get started on the fights. Okay, I've got Timmy here. I had to just change my avatar to him. I don't know how to add him as a second page, but I'm sure someone in the comments can tell me. Earlier, I tried to make a fighting animation stance, but it just turned out looking like a really sus mopping animation. So let's hope this fight scene turns out better than that. Oh yeah, and there's something I forgot to mention. Yeah, so those challenges earlier took a lot longer than expected, but it does mean we are officially over halfway done with this challenge. But if we want to finish this challenge, we better speed things up, because eventually I'm gonna need more rest too. Alright, let's see how this looks so far. Okay, these guys look ready to punch, so let's keep going. Alright, so here is the final scene. Alright, chill on me. I know it's short, but that's because we need to get started on this last challenge quick, because I can't stay up all night. Oh yeah, and then I took a little break. And then I ate some food. Yeah, we need to get started on the fourth and second to last challenge. Luckily for us, I lied. This is actually the easiest one. All we need to do is prepare for the final viral animation, and to do that, we need to pick an idea. So after doing a lot of market research, I discovered this trend, which is like a Minecraft horror mod thing. Maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but it gets a lot of views. So if we want to go viral, this is probably one of our best options. And so with the idea out of the way, we can get started on the final challenge, bringing that idea to life. And so with the end in sight, I got to work. It might finally be done. I need to hurry up and edit this clip so I can post it and we can see the result tomorrow. Before I show you guys the final result, I just want to reflect on how far we've come. I mean, I literally started this challenge knowing basically nothing about Roblox animation, but here we are. And look, if I'm being honest, that 100,000 view goal is pretty ambitious. The real win was the friends we made along the way. But in all seriousness, I really did enjoy making this challenge. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Maybe consider subscribing, because I probably have the record for this ratio. And without further ado, here is the final result.
Hello! I'm Verity, your personal helper friend. Ask me anything. I know everything. Something is coming in 3 days.
What is it? What's coming?
Something. Yes.
I tell the truth and What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. And so for the view total off YouTube and TikTok, follow my TikTok at Brutus_. We got a total of 244,000. Wait, 2,444 views. To some, this may look like a failure, and technically it is. But I'm proud of how much I learned in these 24 hours. And so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.